NESN football analyst Michael Lombardi joins us now. We had a quiet trade deadline, Michael. I know we had some moves leading up to the trade deadline. The Patriots, of course, getting Mohamed Sanu, but today it was quiet. Are you surprised they didn't make any moves, maybe for an offensive lineman or another tight end?
No, because I think when you look at the Patriots football team, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that have two #1 picks that are getting ready to come back on their team. How many guys can say that? How many teams can say that they have 2 ones in the wings that are going to rejoin their team in Isaiah Wynn and N'Keal Harry? So I think those two moves are really solidify what the Patriots have done so far this year with the Mohamed Sanu deal. And I think what's most important, and I'm sure Coach Belichick feels the same way, is got to get the players that they have currently on the roster to play better.
I know the Jets are in rebuilding mode. They're not going anywhere this year, but Le'Veon Bell reportedly available. The Jets making him available at the trade deadline. He just signed that contract 7 months ago with $35 million guaranteed. Are you surprised at that?
Well, you know, the general manager that signed him to that contract is no longer with the team. So whenever somebody puts that much resources into a running back, you always say, wow, why'd they do that? Especially when you're looking around the league and Aaron Jones, a 5th-round pick, has been sensational. And Le'Veon Bell was a 2nd-round pick. So, you know, it made sense. But, look, they're not going to give him away. And I think the one thing the Jets intended to do was to see if they could become a little bit like the Miami Dolphins, where they're getting great value for their players and they're willing to lose to do it. But if they're not going to get great value, why trade?
The Patriots parting ways with Mike Nugent, reportedly signing Nick Folk, another veteran kicker. Is that the philosophy at this point? Just get a veteran guy in here that has some experience rather than going with a kicker with some raw talent?
Well, this is the hard part of the year. We're in November and December, and the gales of November are coming, and it's windy in Foxborough, and it's windy on the road, and the weather does play a factor, and how you handle the weather certainly is important. I think Mike Nugent really wasn't up for the job. It was fairly obvious. They were going for it on 4th and 7 when they could kick field goals. It wasn't even a decision. They were making sure they went for it. So, look, I think this could be an ongoing tryout basis until they feel really comfortable with the right guy.
The Patriots offense has been a work in progress, and Tom Brady has said as much. Do you see there being a higher ceiling for this group?
Oh, without a doubt. They're going to get better. There's no doubt. They get Isaiah Wynn back at left tackle. That certainly will help. They've got to get Shaq Mason back at right guard. Then all of a sudden, they're really only playing with one backup. That's Ted Karras at center. Right now, they have 3 backups in the offensive line. That's challenging. Once they get a little rhythm going with their offense and they get guys healthy, I think they'll be much improved, and they'll be able to really improve as the year goes on. I mean, look, this time last year, they were struggling to do the things on both sides of the ball. And like classic, a Belichickian team, they improve as the year goes on.
Patriots defense has been elite, obviously, but they did allow 131 yards on the ground to Nick Chubb, and I know we're grasping at straws here, trying to find a weakness or poke holes in this Patriots defense, but you are about to face the team in the Baltimore Ravens that have the #1 rushing attack in the NFL. Is this a little bit of a concern?
Well, I think it's a different game, right? I think they went into that game worried about Beckham, worried about Landry, what was Baker Mayfield going to do, and they were really not good on some run-force situations, which is really Belichick's specialty, and that'll get cleaned up this week. I don't doubt that. The challenge is going to be when Lamar Jackson goes back to throw is how you rush him in the pocket. It's all about how you're going to contain him in the pocket. No one on the Patriots is as fast as Lamar Jackson, I can tell you that. He's explosive. If you watch the Seattle tape, he ran around and he destroyed the Seattle defense with his movement, and he wasn't intending on running. So there'll be a good game plan. You've got to set the edges on both sides of the defense. It's like playing Michael Vick. If you're not careful, he can make a long run, but you've got to be very diligent in your pass rush, and that's one of the specialties of the Patriots.
Our football analyst Michael Lombardi joining us on a very quiet NFL trade deadline day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.